Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Stand Up Speakeasy. I'm Sareth, your host, and every single episode, I bring a comic that's part of the comedy scene in the Central Time Zone. And so today, we're focusing on the Panhandle of um, of the Central Time Zone. And my guest today is a comedian, a podcaster, an actor, and a writer, and um, and he's been all over the place, and can't wait to dive into that. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Pfeiffer. Hey Ryan, how are you, pal?
Hey, what's up, Sareth? How are you?
I'm doing quite well. I love your sweater.
Oh, dude, thank you very much. Bam! Wu-Tang, baby!
Absolutely, we tank forever. Awesome stuff, dude. So you've been in the entertainment business for since the mid 1990s. What got you
Yeah.
started in the entertainment business?
Uh,
All the way.
I I studied theater in college, and then when I was in Chicago, and then I started doing theater right out of school, and I don't know. I did that for a while. I did some crazy shows. I did a show called The Wizard of AIDS in Chicago for a while. Are you familiar with that? Have you seen that?
I know I just read your bio and I was like, that's a
Just kidding.
pretty intense name you got there. What was that show like?
It was a musical adaptation of The Wizard of Oz that teaches kids about AIDS awareness and prevention. I played the Tin Man with Tenorrhea.
Oh wow, that's a pretty cool name for an STD or an STI there.
Yeah, absolutely. Tenorrhea.
Yep, indeed. That's I gotta check that out if you have like a video of it. I I love the
No
Wizard of
video of
Oz.
that.
Indeed. And then you're also on Animal Farm the musical too. What
Yes,
was that
yes.
like?
That was insane. I played a cat. I played a cat, and I rolled around a lot on the floor like a cat. And there was a kick line with horses, not real horses, people playing horses. There were also dancing pigs, and lots of giving it to the man pretty hard.
Indeed, most definitely. And you were also on the Bombity of Errors, a hip hop adaptation of Shakespeare's Comedy of Errors. And
Mhm.
we love hip hop because of our sweater and our beanie. So what was that experience like?
Well, it was a adaptation of Shakespeare's Comedy of Errors, and but it was like a hip hop opera. It was set. Everything was rap, and we had a DJ was accompanying us. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. It was fun. You know, nobody has ever asked me to rap since, so that's the only and that really wasn't rapping. I guess I don't.
Most def. And what school did you go to? Because I'm thinking about like after the pandemic's over. I'm hoping it's over. Like I really want to move to Chicago and study theater, and
Oh yeah,
that'll help me out a lot.
yeah. Chicago is a great city to live in, man. It's really it's affordable, but the weather sucks. It is very cold there. Like it's cold. I went to Roosevelt University, and I remember my first winter there. I moved there from Georgia. I went outside and I cried because my eyebrows froze. I didn't even know why. I didn't even know your eyebrows could freeze, but they can.
Indeed. And so speaking of Georgia, you performed at Seymour in the Little Shop of Horrors, and what was that experience like?
that was that was lovely. I was in college, and you know that musical. It's about a plant. It's about a plant that comes to Earth, and its mission is to eat everyone. And Seymour, it's man versus nature. That's the conflict. It's man versus this crazy fucking plant, and Seymour kills the plant. And it was fun. It was really fun. It was a good time. I got to fuck up a giant man eating plant. I haven't done that since. So,
Indeed. I love the movie too with Rick Moranis. That's a great
oh
one.
yeah, what's
Yeah.
he up to aside from get someone hit him or something, right?
Hmm. Yep. And I think he stepped away from Hollywood because his wife was sick, and I don't know. Hopefully, he comes back and does like a reboot or something. Or I miss the
Right.
guy with like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and all that good stuff.
Oh, that's great. Love that.
Indeed, most definitely. And you were also the host of the television series Up and Running while you lived in Chicago, and it
Yeah.
was and Denver. And it was a studio until it was converted into a car lot. It says
Well, it
here.
really wasn't converted into a car lot. I mean, it was converted into a car lot after the show was canceled by some bulldozers. I
Oh,
mean, they just kind of dozed it down and then turned it into a car lot. The studio got sold. That's why my show got canceled when they sold the studio for a car lot. The car lot came in, but the show was fun. I got to do a bunch of crazy shit, but it was a kid show, so not the kind of crazy shit you're thinking about, or I don't know what you're thinking about.
indeed. I was
It was
thinking more
fun.
like someone like a track star or something like Up and
Oh,
Running. But,
oh
well.
yeah. Oh no. It was well, it. I did go skydiving, not skydiving. What's the one? Hang gliding. I went hang gliding on the show. We just did things that kids would be into, and we interviewed kids, and it was we were nominated for a local Emmy, and we lost to the last season of Bozo the Clown, I think.
Oh man, that's tough competition for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck Bozo. I'm serious. I think he's actually died. I don't know. I don't know if Bozo's alive.
Me neither. I don't even know. And
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
you lived in Hollywood too, and I lived in Sherman Oaks while I lived out in LA.
Oh, cool.
So I used to go there all the time to Hollywood. And you were featured in a Super Bowl commercial. And what was the Super Bowl commercial about with the Penguins?
Yeah. It was a Bud Light commercial, and at the time I was auditioning for commercials, and I would audition for every fucking beer commercial ever, and I didn't get shit. And I finally got it, and I got it. And we shot the thing. They even had it was something that took place in the middle of winter, and penguins were involved. And but they ended up scrapping the commercial because it was be the first year without the Clydesdales. So someone launched a letter writing campaign to bring back the Clydesdales. So they brought back the Clydesdales and then didn't air my commercial. That's why I hate horses.
Indeed. I'm scared of horses. I got one in England and I was like, nope, I'm never gonna ride a horse again. I'm like, no way. They scare the crap out of me. But even though
Well,
my last name is Nay, I'm like, I'm staying away from horses. So, indeed.
don't fuck with
So
horses unless you know what you're doing. I have a friend that he makes his living off training people to correctly ride horses, and horses can fuck you up in many ways.
most definitely. That's what happened to Christopher Reeve from Superman, so don't
Oh,
ride
that's right.
horses. Yeah,
Yep, that horse fucked him up, and he's Superman. He was.
indeed.
He was my favorite Superman. He was the best.
Yep, he was pretty awesome with Richard Pryor and everything,
Oh
and
yeah, that was
just
good.
just to act with him would be rad.
Well, right now it would be well, I guess it would have to be CGI, but
Most definitely. They can if they can bring Tupac and ODB, they can bring back Richard Pryor with those holograms.
what about Christopher Reeves though? You can bring him back too, right? We don't need
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he can bring him back and put him on Krypton with the whole
Oh yeah,
hologram.
yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
indeed. So you were while in Los Angeles, you performed stand up at the Comedy Store. What was that experience like? I just watched the documentary, the multi-episode documentary. That's pretty
Yeah.
neat.
One time I did a show there, and I didn't perform there, fucked, but I was in their main room, and the green room is legendary. I remember being in the green room thinking, "Oh, this is fucking cool." And I went to go to the bathroom. It's just this little bathroom off this legendary green room, and someone had been in there previously and not even bothered to flush. And I was like, "Hey, welcome to Hollywood. Here's the pile of shit."
Indeed, it smells just like Skid Row. It's just like
yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
I got lost there once, just walking around. I'm like, oops, wrong spot here.
Yeah.
Now the whole city looks like Skid Row. It's
Oh
unreal.
yeah.
Indeed,
Well,
we got out of there just in time. That's for sure.
right. Skid Row could also be could refer to the president's diaper that he wears. Did you see that story? It came out. Our president wears a diaper. That's fine.
No, I didn't. I gotta
Oh, you didn't hear
definitely
that? Oh yeah,
Google it.
yeah. So yeah, look that up. It's pretty funny. Diaper Don.
Indeed. Oh
Children too, but
man,
diaper play. It's
goodness, it looks like a pretty interesting read. Or I'll probably look it up
yes.
on YouTube.
Oh
I like
yeah.
watching stuff on YouTube.
Right.
And,
Right.
and you also performed at the Hollywood Improv. What was that like?
It was a lot. There's no floating turds anymore. It was a great fucking experience. That's where when if you're in Hollywood and doing comedy, that's where you can go and really you make a decision. You're like, I don't know if I should stay here because like the line to do the open mic is like 4 blocks long, and it's crazy, but it's great. It's great. It's a beautiful club. You know.
Man, I'm so glad I didn't start. Well, I started out in LA at the a Studio City cafe called a Jump Cut Cafe, and then I did it once, and then I moved back home to Colorado, and then I just started pursuing more of comedy. So it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And
Did you
there's
did comedy at a cafe
yeah,
where
mhm,
they serve coffee?
yep.
Oh
It was
man,
like an
I refuse to do comedy. If everyone's listening to this show, if you give a shit about what I want to do in the future after this, everybody gets the vaccine and we can go back to normal life. I'm not doing a show in a fucking coffee shop where I'm gonna have my story about what the fuck ever interrupted by a steam wand. Coffee shop thing, man, that makes me fucking nuts. You
in
know.
indeed. Well, like some of them are like far away from the stage and everyone, and like when I host my festival in Colorado, it's called they changed the name to the Grindhouse, and so everything's like really far away from the stage, and you can't really hear anything, and it's
Yeah,
all
well,
just us, and it's fantastic. But some places, some coffee shops, you can hear all that thing, and I'm like, oh Jesus, this is a bit too much. Yeah. But shout out to the Grindhouse. They're fantastic folks. And let's see here. There's also the world famous Lotus Lounge that you performed at too. And what was
oh
that like?
yeah. Well, that is where I had a show that ran in Los Angeles for a few years at the Lotus Lounge, and that place is like, where are you from in Florida? Where you live near Daytona? You said,
Yep.
yeah. Think of a dive bar near Daytona, and then add machetes.
Oh,
But
nice.
but but everybody's really fun and kind of wasted. So it was this crazy dive bar show at this place called the Lotus, and you know it was it was like a perfect encapsulation of Florida. Really, now that I think about it, it's very Florida, but also very stabby.
Ah, indeed.
But it was
It,
fun. It was a good time.
it could be like a dive bar in Cambodia. Like you can celebrate holidays there. Holiday in
Oh yeah.
Cambodia.
Oh yes. Right. Right. Well, I saw we had a few fights there. Somebody got a bottle thrown at them. There was all kinds of insane shit. Dive bar shows are fun to me because you sit in a comedy club sometimes and everything's so clean and sterile, and it's very civilized. It's like they make a big deal about we don't want anybody to heckle. We'll throw out any hecklers. And when I run a show, I'm always afraid to tell people to be quiet before a show because I'm like, what if they don't laugh or respond at all? So la
Indeed, I
la
love. It's all right. I love dive bars myself.
la.
Like, I feel more
Yeah.
comfortable in a dive bar more than like a club, an A club or anything. Like, I just love dive bars. They're just the bee's knees. Like, my homeroom's a Tiernanog Irish pub in Daytona Beach, and that's as dive bar as you can get. Like, it's fantastic.
Cool. Yeah.
Indeed. So shamefully, you said you also performed at a Trump-owned golf course, and that was at
Oh
least
yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah, I did, man. But it was a gig, and it was for a PTA fundraiser, and it's Trump wasn't there, and he was probably somewhere snorting Adderall, being rapey, and maybe shitting himself. But I had a great set. I killed, and all those conservatives love me. I think.
Indeed. He has golf courses everywhere. I'm like, good
Yeah.
gravy. You can.
I don't even play golf. I don't even know anybody or really hang out with anybody that loves golf. Do you play golf?
No, I just play Tiger Woods on video
Oh,
game
okay.
systems and like
Tiger
Hot
Woods.
Shots Golf or whatever.
What kind of things do you get to do that Tiger Woods does on video games? Didn't you know? Remember that whole sex scandal with Tiger Wood, where he was, that shit, and supposedly he was hanging out in Vegas in some alternate, area where you could, it was like a whole like sex scene. You know what I'm talking about?
I'll have to Google search that part. I did not
Google
know
it.
anything about Vegas.
Google it. I'm a big perv. I'm just kidding.
Indeed. Well, I hope the best for Tiger Woods, but I really loved his
Well,
appearance. I loved his appearance on Chappelle's show during the race draft, though. That was fantastic.
oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. Is Tiger Woods nice, or didn't he like have some fucking, I don't know. I don't follow the golf world. It's I don't know. I don't know. It's like I've got all these fucks to give over here, and I don't know. I don't have a fuck for golf. Not one golf fuck.
Me neither. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why are you so quiet, commentating on this sport? You're not even close to the people. It's like,
Yeah.
I could understand pro wrestling yelling, but it's just like, I just don't get it. You don't
People
have to be
love
that
pro
quiet.
wrestling here so much, man, more than anything. That's what I've lived here for about 3 years, and people in Florida love the shit out of even more than Jesus. It's pro wrestling, then probably spice, meth, and then Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely, indeed. I grew up on it, and I'm just like, well, I'm glad it's coming back. And when I found out it wasn't real, it broke my heart. That's how much I followed it religiously. I was like, Hulk Hogan's my Jesus.
Oh
But
shit, your Jesus is lit. Hulk Hogan does some crazy shit. Your
yeah,
Jesus, didn't your Jesus have one of his friends film his wife blowing him or something like that?
probably. I mean, he,
Yeah.
took vitamins, and I'm sure pretty sure it was, one of them was, one of those enhancement pills.
Oh yeah,
Indeed,
brother.
most definitely.
Give me that big blue pill, brother.
Yeah. Oh man. So we have some viewers watching us, so that's fantastic. So
Oh,
jump
good.
in the comment section if you'd like, but be nice to us. That'd be pretty awesome.
That's a
And
bonus when you get people to be nice to you,
especially on
especially
you.
these days. Especially
Yep.
on YouTube. No shit.
Yeah. Indeed. So you after you left Los Angeles, your rent control department. I missed my rent control department like
Oh,
crazy.
me too.
Indeed. You fled the west for the Gulf Coast, which you currently live in. And what's it like performing in front of those Bible belters?
It's great. I had this show I did every Friday night. And it was selling out. Fun. I had a really good fun crowd, but we would have your drunk, Trumpy Bible belters in there sometimes. Mainly it was like a young progressive crowd. But, one time somebody said some joke making fun of Trump, not even anything that bad, but we had people leave just like chanting Trump 2020. They're like, Trump 2020. It's fun. I like doing comedy here in Florida because it's a crazy place. It's crazy.
I agree wholeheartedly. Like the stand-up scene in all of Florida has treated me so well, and I just love it.
That's good, man.
Indeed. Well, like I've only been as far north as Tallahassee while I was on tour, but like I live so close to Daytona, Orlando, and Jacksonville, so I just bounce between those three scenes, and there's been some fine folks there in those cities.
Ooh.
I can't wait to try out the Panhandle for sure.
Yes, please come. But just wait a minute. Wait a minute before you come out here. we have too much corona right now to really open shit, man. It's fucking nutso.
Really?
Man. Yeah.
They've been opening up like left and right along this side of the of the
there's shit going on here too, but it's like, man, there's so much. Like if you look at the news now, it really does look like the fucking apocalypse. Not to be a negative Nancy on your goddamn show here, man, but it's some crazy shit. You watch Rachel Maddow and you go to bed at night and you get the night sweats.
That's for sure. Yeah, I've been like masking up, gloves, like you name it. I'm like staying away from people. Like, don't hug me, just give me a air high five.
Absolutely. Yeah. Keep your air droplets out of my fucking mouth.
Indeed, most
Mhm,
definitely.
mhm, mhm,
Oh
mhm,
man, so you produced the Rated R comedy show.
mhm.
What's the It's immersive. It's a live stand-up comedy experience, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
often
it's a
offensive.
we it's I just run loud crazy ass shows, man, and I the way I host, I engage the audience all the time. It's just like I bring on comics and the comics leave, and then I have a conversation with the audience. We talk about what we just saw, and you get some on, and it's and that's the way I do comedy. It's like I want people to feel like when they're sitting there in the seats, like they're having a conversation with somebody, at a bar. You know, I'm not a magician. I'm not going to pull like doves out of my sleeves. I would though if they were available.
Be like Prince, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
I remember
God
seeing
damn it. Prince is dead. That fucking sucks, man. That fucking sucks. Prince should be like 60 years old and hosting American Idol or some shit like that.
indeed, but we can bring him back with those holograms of that we
Yeah,
spoke of earlier.
right. That's true.
Yeah,
You
and
need ghosts.
indeed, and then you can bring him back on like when his Chappelle Show appearance was fantastic with the
We
shirts
can
versus
bring
the
back
blouses.
Prince, Christopher Reeves, and yeah, and Tupac in giant holographic images. It's fun.
That'd be fun, and have him show up in random places like those monoliths or something. That'd be pretty
If
awesome.
somebody was doing a giant holograph of Christopher Reeve, they would be like, "Do we do him walking or in the wheelchair?" Because he was in the wheelchair a while, but I guess you would do him walking. I would.
I'd have him on his with his cape on too. Like that'd be
Oh yeah.
fantastic. In a
Oh
phone
right.
booth. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you definitely can't have him in the wheelchair because he's Superman in a wheelchair, which is a bummer.
Indeed, most definitely. Oh man, and so shout out to Pensacola for nabbing Ted Bundy, by the way.
Oh
Uh,
yes, yay! You guys did something good. Fuck yeah. Hell yes. We're all out here at Circle K with our fucking masks off, licking everybody, but we got fucking Ted Bundy, man. We got Ted Bundy. We did that.
Indeed.
Jacksonville didn't do that shit. Daytona didn't do that shit.
Nope.
Pensacola did that shit.
Indeed. And
Send us
like
your serial killers. We'll fuck them up.
indeed. And like Florida loves their serial killers. Like I am not this is no lie. Like there was a serial killer in our homeroom in Daytona and she was pretty
In
wild.
your homeroom?
Yep.
Homeroom
It was
like class?
oh no, like my like the Tirnog Irish pub where I perform stand up mostly.
Oh, okay. I got you. I mean, like, I thought you were talking about like in high school. In my homeroom class in high school, we had a serial killer. And I was like, that's amazing.
Indeed.
Yeah. You had a
Yeah.
serial killer at your show? Of
Yep, she came by a couple times. It was fantastic.
course. You comic?
No, she just
Wow,
kept on.
that's impressive.
Yeah, she kept on offering all the comics drugs except for me, and I felt offended. And I'm like, well, that's mean of you. At least an offer would be nice, but she didn't do
God,
it.
that's a serial. What an evil serial killer. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna offer poor comics drugs, and then I'm gonna kill them. Oh man, that's rough.
Indeed, like we didn't know she was a serial killer until like she came out and on a newspaper on the front page, and it just said like she like mutilated her boyfriend and buried him in the garden. And I'm like, this is the most
God,
craziest Daytona story ever. So,
yeah, for a serial killer, that's so basic, isn't it? Chop him up, bury him in the garden, do something. That's all you got. How did she get caught?
I have no idea. Like, I gotta ask my buddies, but we talk about Ted Bundy and like my pals talk about serial killers on stage all the time.
Yeah,
But next time I see him, I'll ask him like how she got caught and stuff because she
right.
sounded like a villain from the Rocky and Bullwinkle concert
Oh yeah, yeah.
cartoon. So it was
What
pretty awesome.
was
So
her name?
I
You don't know?
I can't remember her name, but I'll definitely ask around because
Oh,
like
that yeah.
especially my pals that do drugs, I'm sure they know her
Oh,
name.
absolutely, sure. What's
Her code name too. So we'll see what's going
her
on.
code name?
I don't know, but I'm
Oh,
sure it's like I'll call her Rocky and like from
oh,
Rocky.
serial killer name or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, like I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer, but Jeffrey Dahmer didn't have a fucking nickname.
Nope.
That's
Indeed.
crazy. He was like one of the most prolific, like he's one of the most famous serial killers, but he's just no name. Jeffrey Dahmer, a nickname.
Nope, no nickname. He's not like the Zodiac killer or anything like that.
No.
Or yeah,
Right.
but it would be nice to have a nickname for a serial killer, though. That'd be
Well, it would be nice to not have serial killers.
indeed.
But the
Well,
ones that do, they need nicknames.
absolutely. I would call him the Wisconsin Cheesehead or something.
Oh, that's
So
good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it'd be funny if, because Jeffrey Dahmer, he was known for having people's heads in refrigerators, but it was Wisconsin, right? So you open up the refrigerator. You're right. That's hilarious. And there's a block of cheese on all the heads.
yeah,
Like it's the Super Bowl, man. This is what I do for the Super Bowl. It's how I celebrate the Super Bowl. I eat some motherfuckers and watch the Super Bowl.
yeah.
Very predictable.
You know their head cheese for sure.
Oh, yeah. Give me some more of that head cheese.
So you've also decided to raise some funds for the charity known as Strive. And what made you pick Strive?
I'm friends with some of the people that run it, and last year, my comedy show, we did a benefit show for Strive, and they're great. They're an organization that serves the transgender community in Escambia County, which is the county Pensacola's in, and they do great things. So I believe their information is on the Chiron. So please go visit Strive and go to their PayPal and give them some cash because they do a lot of good shit for this community. So.
Indeed, and if you can't catch up with the scrolling, it's on the bottom of the YouTube video too. So
yeah,
donate away so that and help their cause. That'd be fantastic.
Absolutely.
So Ryan, you're welcome. And I was hoping for this next segment, I was hoping to go on tour and sit down and talk with you and chop it up with stand up like serial killers do, with the chopping it up part. And so, with that being said, what inspired you to perform stand up comedy?
Well, I used to do, like I said earlier, in the 90s, I did some theater and stuff. And then I decided to move from Chicago to LA, and I did theater out in LA and stuff. And what you learn about working with people in Los Angeles is best for you to work by yourself. It just is. So I sort of, just moved over to comedy. I just really liked it. And, to me, like, it's just like acting to me. It's just like I'm having a conversation with another character on stage, except they're invisible. So it's the same shit. You just
I agree with you wholeheartedly. When I lived out there, I was a concert journalist, so I would go to the concerts by myself and just write articles, and they would give me photo passes, and I would go to.
Nice.
I saw like 50 years of music, like right when I lived in there for like 3 years. It was fantastic.
That's very cool.
Heck yeah, dude. And then
I like music.
Oh yeah, most definitely fuels the soul. So can't wait to go see a concert again. But what was the feeling like when you first performed stand up?
Well, the first set I ever did at a club, I was before it went on, I went to the bathroom and I peed and then I zipped my pants up and my zipper kind of got stuck and broke. So I was actually, the whole time my first set, I was just thinking about the fact that my pants aren't zipped up properly and there's nothing I can fucking do about it. And I hope nobody notices. And I don't think anybody gave a shit. I gave a shit. But other than that, it was good, man. It's like, it's terrifying, I guess. Especially if you think any moment your penis could pop out on stage. That's scary. Unless, it's just Florida. I don't know. I haven't been to any nudist comedy shows here yet. I'm looking forward to that.
Indeed. I hear they're a lot of fun. There's a place in Kissimmee that it's like an adult playground, and they asked.
Oh really? Oh, I was kidding. Shit. Kissimmee?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the shuttle goes up. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go to the adult playground, you do some stand up, and then you watch some space exploration. That's kinky. I like it.
Absolutely. I'll definitely reach back out to those fine folks and see if I can do a show with.
Wait, there's an adult playground in the middle of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it? What is it called?
I can't remember the name, but as soon as I do, I'll send you the information.
Oh, thank you. Oh, good. They'll be glad to see us show up. Here's a couple of comics.
Telling sex jokes and stuff. It's going to be
well, I think now those places are probably closed, I would think. I mean, there's been stories. There's just a story in the news that an orgy in Louisiana caused a flare-up of like 31 coronavirus cases.
Oh man,
I mean,
that's
why would you? Orgies should take a pause during the pandemic, man. We got to flatten the curve. Flatten the curve.
yeah, and stop pitching those tents. You
Stop busting.
yeah. Oh man, goodness gracious, those orgies! I can't believe it. This is wild. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and so, what are your favorite comedy specials and comedy record albums?
Oh shit, man. I like everything Richard Pryor did. I love Richard Pryor. I like Steve Martin's albums. Let's Get Small was pretty fucking great. Um, you know.
Indeed, and some of those guys have been on TV and film, and I want to know what your favorite sitcom sketches and comedy films are.
Oh shit, man. Damn, my favorite. Oh shit, my favorite sitcom or sketches. You know what I like? I like Saturday Night Live. You know that sketch where uh I like the church lady. That's what I like. You remember the church lady with Dana Carvey? Well, isn't that special? I like
Yep.
that. And I like when Alec Baldwin. I think that's pretty great. I think that's fucking awesome. And comedy movies. Jeez, I love Caddyshack. You ever heard of that? It's about golf.
Mhm.
I like
Circling back to the golfing.
fuck golf, but
Yeah.
only Caddyshack. Oh, it's Caddyshack. So if golf were as fun as Caddyshack, Caddyshack probably did a lot for golf. Golf probably owes its continued existence to things like Caddyshack. Maybe. I don't know. I like what's that? The Cannonball Run, man. Love that shit. You know what I'm talking about? With Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise. I think that's funny.
Indeed, and sitcoms.
Oh, shit, man. I liked Wings. Remember Wings?
Yep.
Remember Wings, man? It was set in an airport. And I like that. I like Wings and Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld. And In a Different World. You remember that spinoff from the Cosby Show?
Yep.
I mean,
with Jasmine Guy and Dwayne Wayne.
Speaking of serial shit, man, that must god damn. That's crazy. Those other actors must have hated it. They're like, God damn, Bill Cosby's a rapist. I'm not going to get any points for these box sets sales anymore. Nobody wants to watch the Cosby Show.
Nope. And that was such a great show too.
Yeah. Well, in retrospect, it was such a crazy ass show. I mean, did he ask to be I want to know something. Did he ask to be a gynecologist? Did he ask for his character to be a gynecologist that lived in a fucking basement? Because he was way into raping people by the time that show started. Or maybe it was. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, is there where he got the script and he's like, damn, they want me to play a gynecologist in a basement. I love this. This is perfect for me. Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I totally didn't even think about that part. I was like, I was just thinking about, there's Theo and Rudy and Olivia and the whole family. And,
but nobody wants to hear about their gynecologist is serial rapist. That seems like the worst fucking thing ever. And that was the show.
Yeah, that's pretty bonkers.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Oh, geez. It's giving me flashbacks. I'm like, I'm just going to pretend I'm watching Martin in my head. So.
Yeah. Bill Cosby's doing his thing in the corner. Don't get too close.
Nope, don't get too close.
He likes feet.
He does like feet. So put some dip your toes in his pudding, his Jello pudding.
Oh yes, it's my man pudding. Store this right here.
Indeed.
I got toenails in my man pudding. That sucks.
Yep. Have you ever been to Murray Brothers Caddyshack in St. Augustine?
No, I don't even know. What is that?
It's a restaurant, and it's super awesome. And they have the Caddyshack gear everywhere, and the Gophers here and there. It's a cool restaurant.
I've never heard of this thing. That sounds like a lovely thing. I would love to go there.
Indeed, absolutely. When you come around here, you got to go to the Caddyshack. It's fantastic. Yeah,
that would be great.
And if you can go on tour with any comedian locally and internationally known, which comedians would you like to go on tour with?
Oh shit! I would like to go on tour with Eddie Murphy. I think that would be fun. That would be great. It would be really good for my career if I could open for him on a tour. I think Eddie Murphy would be good. I would also, is Sinbad? Is he okay? Did he get over? He had a stroke, right? Didn't Sinbad have a stroke?
I think he
I
might
think.
have.
Yeah, if he's better, I would love to go on tour with Sin. I would go on tour with Strokey Sinbad. I don't give a fuck. I would love to go on tour with Sinbad. That would be fun. I would like to go on tour with Robin. Well, I can't. Not Robin Williams. Larry David. I think would be a lot of fun to go on tour with. I heard he has great cocaine. I'm kidding.
And some local comics.
Oh, local comics. Oh shit. There's a lot of great local comics here in Pensacola. One of my good friends, this guy, he hosts a show that's been going forever. It's at this bowling alley, and it's so Florida, but he's so good. I'd like to go on tour with Matt Mosley. That would be fun. You should have him on the show if you haven't.
Absolutely. I'll definitely reach out to him for sure. We used to have an open mic at a bowling alley here in Daytona. It was called Lebowski's, just like the movie.
Oh yeah. Oh cool. Oh, I see.
Yeah, and this I guess this pimp shot his hooker out and then they closed it down, so we no longer have an open mic at a bowling. Daytona's.
Guys should have a sign up. If you're a pimp, please don't shoot any hookers. The comedy show.
We got gun slinging pimps, and we got some killing drug dealers.
Everybody has guns here, though. It's Florida, man. That's one thing. I always fuck with hecklers and stuff and talk to the audience. And whenever I'm giving somebody the business, in the back of my mind, it's like this guy probably has an AR in the trunk and a Glock in the glove box. I should shut the fuck up.
Indeed. Oh man.
Come here. Tase me and duct tape me.
I did like a previous interview earlier this week, and they said it's called the Gunshine State for a reason.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Gunshine State. I've never heard that.
Me neither until this week.
Gunshine.
Indeed, good stuff. And if you can get roasted by 5 comedians, past and present, which comedians would you like to get roasted by?
Ooh, shit. I think it would be fun to be roasted by George Carlin. He's dead, but if you could revive him, if you have some stem cell shit, that would be great. I would like to be roasted by Carol Burnett. She's still alive. I don't know. If Joan Rivers was alive, I think that would be fun. Even if she was dead, I think she would be good at roasting me. It's just me. Why would she give a fuck? She would do it. Oh God. I think it would be fun to be roasted by a comic with a puppet for some reason. I don't know who that would be, but some comic with a puppet. I just think it'd be funny to have a puppet say shitty things about me. You probably can't fuck.
We'll get Triumph the dog on there.
Oh yeah, that would be great. That's some funny shit. That's a good idea.
Indeed.
See if he's around.
I see holograms of your roast like crazy, so that's gonna be a good roast.
Oh yeah.
Indeed. And what do you see your comedy career in the next 5 years?
Well, I hope I see my career out doing touring and doing shows, and and that we're not in a pandemic, which I think will be over by then. I want to tour and record an album, and I want a regular spot at a comedy club in the Bahamas. That'll be great.
Most definitely, I agree. That'd be fun. On the road, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And let's see here. If which other forms of comedy would you like to venture off into? You've done theater. You're a podcaster. How about sketch, improv, etc.?
Martial arts. I want to do martial arts, and I want to do some sword play, and I would do I don't know, dance. I think I would dance. I don't have the flexibility anymore that I used to, but I could work on it.
Most definitely. Do
burlesque, maybe burlesque. My family wouldn't like that, but so what? They're just nipples. Who gives a shit?
Put some tassels on them, everything will be just fine.
Right. Right.
Indeed. And
My
what
nipple
is
got infected. A dirty tassel.
got infected at an orgy in New Orleans. So.
Yeah. Oh shit. And the milk comes out all fucked up, like sad. Oh, you don't have any milk out of your nipples? Jeez.
I do. It's 100% Cambodian too. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, this guy's got Cambodian titty milk.
Indeed. Awesome
What's
stuff.
on it? Oh, my coffee.
Yeah. That's Colombian. It's quite a good mix. It's quite a good mix.
Yeah. Get dirty.
Indeed. And what is your favorite joke a comic has ever written?
Well, they're all mine. I'm just kidding. You ever hear Rick Shapiro? You ever watch this shit?
Nope.
He's hilarious. He's a comedian out of New York, and he has a joke with what's going on is he's locked himself in the bathroom, but he's on crack, and but he's having a moment where he thinks he's God. And during this episode, he has to call his girlfriend to help get God out of the bathroom because he's high on crack. I love that. And I butchered the shit out of that joke. Please find that joke and listen to Rick Shapiro tell it. It's very good.
Most definitely. Indeed. I'll definitely have to give it a listen. And what experience would you like your audience to take with them after a set is over?
I want them to talk about my shit in the car on the way home. Do you know what I mean? I want them to talk about my jokes, and I don't even give a fuck if they remember any of my jokes. I just want them to remember that I was very entertaining, and they would like to see more of me, and they would like to pay more for the tickets. That's what I would like. I want people to have a good fucking time and get hammered and have fun at my show. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
People need to have fun.
I agree. We need some fun in our lives. Yeah. And let's see here. And so the next portion of the show is which comedians locally in Pensacola would you like to see on the next stand-up speakeasy episodes?
You know, you should look up Ruben Andrews. Very funny. That would be great. It's tons of Leah Holcomb. Look up those two. Those are great. They're both very funny.
Indeed, most definitely. I'll reach out to those because I'm trying my very best to put Pensacola on the map and
Thank you, man.
On the map. So
yeah,
you're welcome.
Well, Florida's trying to. I feel like Florida is trying to slip off into the Gulf of Mexico. So thank you for putting it on the map.
Indeed, I could see Bugs Bunny saw it off, and there's a gift about that.
Yeah.
Indeed, most definitely. And so, with that being said, follow Rated R Comedy on Facebook, and follow Ryan on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Its handles are scrolling below, and donate to Rated R Comedy on Cash App, and donate to Strive on PayPal, and they're all below too. So that way you can just click on the links and just follow them and all that good stuff.
Right. So Strive Pensacola on PayPal. That's what it is.
So. Most definitely, Strive Pensacola. And so, Ryan, what are your final words for the show?
Like, my parting words.
Yep.
Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
Indeed. And
you don't really need to know anything else than that. That's good advice. You won't fuck up your life if you follow that advice. Don't fuck with Wu-Tang.
Yep. Because Wu-Tang is for the children.
Right.
Absolutely. They're for everybody, most definitely. You rock, dude. Thank you so much, Ryan, for being on the Stand Up Speakeasy. And I can't wait to meet you in person and go on tour and stop by in Pensacola. And hopefully we can go on tour together. That'd be fun.
That would be great, dude.
Indeed. And thank you so much for being on the show. And I'll reach out to those comics, but you'll probably help me out with those the spelling of their names because I can't spell for nothing. So with that,
happy to do that. Yeah.
Cool, dude. And I'll piece together this whole interview for you, and I'll make it look fancy, and I'll send it back your way. And but yeah, until next time on the Stand Up Speakeasy, I'm Sareth for Ryan. Have a great evening, and we'll see you.